Everyone is a consumer. We scroll through social media. We listen to the latest gossip in our social circle. We watch the breaking news on TV. We allow ourselves to be the dumping ground for all the stimulation around us. This is idle. This is empty. This is not it. It's giving aimless. And it's becoming a very common story. Media addiction. Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn even. I was scrolling through everything, probably like 6, 7, 8 hours a day, phone and laptop. Locked in to everybody else's life. Whatever I perceived as news, updates, or even slightly relevant to my life, I had to know. I had to find out. I had to scroll through. I had to figure out, okay, shoot, what's Rihanna doing, what is happening halfway across the world that won't impact me at all? What's the story over there with the straws, paper or plastic? Yeah, are we saving the turtles? No? Well, we tried. But here's the thing. After a while, it really is just empty. You're just stalking yourself full of irrelevant information, disconnected information, and you're just hyper stimulated. You've got that screen right in your face telling you everything you don't need to know, and you lose focus. You lose concentration. You lose the ability to even think about your own life. You lose quiet time. You lose boredom, the ability to sit still and just do nothing, right? You need stimulation. It's almost a drug, Press the button to get your hit, It doesn't stop. And it's messed up. And so I figured the real switch isn't just to stop consuming social media or consuming media at all. It's to start creating. It's to start taking the conscious view on things and think, okay, I can do this. I don't need to listen to everybody. I don't need to hear what everybody else has going on. I don't have to get updates on completely irrelevant people in my own life. I don't know Kanye. I don't know Kim Kardashian. Why do I need to know what's going on in their household? It is not my business. Okay? You know what I can do though? Live my own life. Start my own YouTube channel. You see? And that's when I started to flip the script. I remember my first shot at starting YouTube and really creating, over consuming. And it took a few attempts, obviously, but having a camera pointed at your face and being forced to think about something you have to say to entertain at least one other person behind the camera, it really changes your frame of mind. It creates a presence of mind. You have to think. You have to invent something that someone's actually going to find interesting or funny or engaging or worth 6 seconds of their time. You have to come up with ideas, angles for the video shot, B-roll. You have to imagine, open your brain. How do you add in elements to a story that can capture attention, hold attention, persuade an audience towards a certain point or opinion, inform an audience about something that's going on, or ultimately just be a person that can have something worth saying and people will listen to. It's an important skill. Public speaking, writing, persuasion, marketing. But instead of doing those things for ourselves, we're taking it from other people. What does that mean? It means you're easier to control, easier to persuade, easier to convince. Because you can't think. Because you've never done it. You've never had to. And so once I started taking YouTube seriously, I couldn't help but smile. I was now doing what I always knew I could do. Flipping that switch made a real difference in now that I could appreciate what it took to create media, create content, do something that entertains others, fulfills others, informs others, adding to this ecosystem we call social media in a positive way, at least in my opinion. It's a whole new way of thinking about your own life and the way the internet grows and the way knowledge grows. the way exchange of opinion grows. And once you start taking ownership of that for yourself and how that impacts others, that frame of mind changes everything. Honestly, as a kid, I always wanted to be the indescribable kind of person. Well, honestly, as a kid, I wanted to be a millionaire because I didn't know what jobs were. So I just wanted to have money because, money's good. But once I figured out what jobs were, I wanted to be an indescribable kind of person. I felt like being just a teacher or a doctor or an electrician or, I don't know, construction worker. It was just a label. It's kind of basic, like, don't put me in a box. I want to create the box. I want to be whatever I want, right? I want to be good at lots of different things. Just explore the world, every domain. Just be myself, man. Someone asked me, what do you want to do when you grow up? I don't know. Live. What do you do for a living? Live. How do you make money? I don't know. I got it, though. But I got a lot of things I could do, a lot of things I can create, a lot of different ways I can think. And as a result, that's a whole lot more types of relationships you can have. A lot of different dimensions you can think in, right? You're a lot less easy to convince and persuade. You don't get to be a sheep. You don't get to be an NPC, but it takes work. And by the time you're willing to put in that work, you will not go back. Creating content is fun, all right? Especially being on YouTube. It's lit, and you can get paid. Not yet, though, but we'll get there. But the whole point is, like, once you start getting on that path, once you flip the script from consumption, just being a spectator, and actually getting into the arena, being a producer, being a winner, being the guy that actually puts in the work, and people can see it, is different. And it does take quite a bit of mental transformation to really achieve that switch from creation to consumption, especially as it relates to content online. But that transformation really is something. I had to reframe my mind to really understand what I was willing to be comfortable with. Do I just consume content and build other people's followings, build other people's audiences, paychecks, businesses? Or do I create content for myself and build a following of my own? Have my own leverage, have my own opportunities, build my own life path for what it is. The path is clear. You just have to pick. Get a piece of the pie. You appreciate consumption even more. Think about it like this. You have food, right? I hope. Food is quite the blessing. But here's the thing. You could also have a bad diet. Are you thankful for eating Cheetos? I mean, it's food, but it's terrible food. But by the time you've had, some quality eggs, meat, milk, bread, whatever you eat, you appreciate the sourcing of good food. If Cheetos go out of business, hey, I'm gonna miss them, but only for about a second. You never be able to find a good steak ever again? I will cry. So that's that switch right there, where you go from it is what it is to wow, it takes a lot to get good quality on the table. I need to make sure this shit stays the way it is. If I know that the difference between meh content and good content is me showing the world what it is, do it then. Reflect on your life, past, present, experiences, aspirations. Think about your daily routine, habits, highs, lows, peaks, troughs. But do create something. Write, draw, speak, code. It's all on the internet to learn for free. And there are platforms to post that work also for free. And you have the opportunity to make your own lane of opportunity for free. Do you want the freedom?